Good morning. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in again to Bass and Axe Fishing. Appreciate you taking the time. Today's video, we're going to talk about packing for a one-day tournament, a single day, whether it's a team open, a qualifier, you name it. What bag am I using? What gear am I bringing? How do I go about getting ready for that tournament? As a co-angler, fishing from the back of the boat, what do I need? What do I bring? What's my primary focus? And how do I stay organized in the back of the boat? For me, it starts with the bag. You got to find a bag that works for you, keeps you efficient, and keeps you organized, and keeps you in the right state of mind for everything you need for that day. I've had a few bags over the years. I started off with this 3 Legends bag. It was good, lasted a long time. It's taken a little bit of beating. Some of the zippers don't work, they're broken. But it was an awesome bag. I could hold 5 of the 4000 series Flambeau boxes inside. Put some soft plastics in the front pouch. If I really wanted to, I could actually tuck another Flambeau underneath there and strap it in, so I could really get 6 if I really wanted to. But it worked. It was great. Had a bunch of compartments for line and reels and different things I needed, so it was good for me. After that, I moved up to the Rapala bag. Didn't last long in this bag. Bag was a little bulky for me. Didn't fit exactly what I was looking for. I could almost put too much tackle in it. I would have to dig for things. Great bag, just not ideal for me. And it was, I felt like it was too big bringing on a boater's boat. It took up a lot of space, didn't fit in the compartments. It's just a little cumbersome. After that bag and trying through that bag, I stumbled upon this Bass Pro Shops backpack style bag. Separates into 2 parts, the top and the bottom part. I leave it as a backpack, and it works for me. It is awesome. The bottom part, I can fit 4 to 5 of the 4000 series. If I really wanted to, up top I could fit another 5. I don't use it like that. For me, I use the bottom for my hard cases, and up top I usually put my soft plastics. So, excellent bag. I'm glad I stumbled upon it a couple years ago. I've been using it for a couple years now. It's holding up well. Haven't ripped anything. Zippers work excellent. Just an awesome overall bag. So what am I bringing? What's my plan? How do I prepare? And where do I put things? So the first thing I'm always going to have is my terminal tackle box. It's always going to be in the bag. It's a must-have. Gotta have it. Okay, you'll see, as you can see over my shoulder, all the boxes are organized. This is prepping and taking all that time really pay off. It makes me efficient, like I said, and I know where everything is. I got all the compartments for different drop shot weights, hooks, weights, bullet weights, slider heads, shaky heads, you name it. It's in there. This will always be with me. It's a must-have. If I'm going most likely a one-day tournament, doesn't matter where I am, I'm going to have this box with me. 1 or 2. I have two different style top water boxes, but I'll bring my walking baits box with me. That's another must. I'm a top water guy. I love throwing top water. I will always have a top water tie on. It's one of my favorite things, especially if I'm chasing a bigger bite. After that, it really depends on the lake, what style of fishing we're doing. Like, what I like to do is I have a couple what I call day boxes. So day box 1, day box 2. I like to take these boxes and grab out of those boxes what I think I'll need for the day. I'll package like 2 like categories together, say tubes and spider grubs. Boom, I'll put them in 1 box. We're going to Whitty. If I need something like, some Ned Heggs and some jigs, I'll put those in a box. Cool. If I feel like I'm going to be doing some cranking, maybe some chatterbaiting, spinnerbaiting, I'll put those in a box. You get the idea. So I just use these as my day boxes so I can grab from that pile, so I don't have to bring everything in one of those boxes, but I know where it is. And I can put it in here and we're good to go. For me, my day doesn't end when that tournament's over. For me, my day ends when I get back here, I put everything back away. I take everything out of those boxes, put it back in its original box, put everything back on the wall, put away my soft plastics, and that's when my day's over. Takes some time, but again, it's ready for the next time. I don't have to take the effort and time to go through and clean everything up from 2 weeks ago. It's already ready, it's already to go. I took that extra 10 or 15 minutes then to do it. I don't have to worry about it now. After that, I'm going to stop over here. I'll grab some line for the day. So odds are, if I say I'm going to Winnie, I'm going to a single day. I'm going to grab, most likely I'll have 2 spinning sticks with me and 4 bait casters, something like that, 4 or 5. Depends on how many rods. Some tournaments restrict you to 5. Some I'm usually around 6 or 7. Not too much. I don't want to be clouding my head with a million different things. I really want to hone in on what I like to do and what I'm good at, and that's what I'll stick with. So I'll take a couple spools of line, probably some 10-pound, 6 or 8-pound. More than likely, it's just going to be for my leaders on my spinning setups. Depends on what I'm doing that day. I have the 10-pound if I need to spool a bait caster up. I don't anticipate having to do that. I like to bring a spare reel or 2, tuck that in my bag. It leaves me versatile. I can jump different line sizes, and if I do have a backlash that I just can't get out or I run out of line, which is very rare, then I can just address that problem as it happens and get that rod back up and going. So I'll tuck these back in my side pouch, and the line's good for the day. After that, I'll go over to my wall over here, and I'll grab a set of gloves and a mask for the day, and I'll tuck those in my left-hand side, along with a set of lenses for the day. What I usually do is I'll have a set of lenses on my hat with different style lens color, like a gray or blue, and then I'll have another pair inside my bag. Whatever pair I feel like is better that day, I'll just switch out, put the other one in the hard case in the bag, and keep it in the bag all day. Again, works for me. But it protects my glasses for that day, and they're always in the hard case. I don't have to worry about getting them dinged up and whatnot. After that, I'm going to slide over to this other wall, and I'm going to grab my pliers and my scissors. Got to have both of those. Another tool I like to have is these weights. In case you catches a fish out deep, keeps them upright in the live well. Doesn't keep them twisting up, you know. It keeps them up and down vertically. It's just better for the fish. So I'll tuck these into my bag as well. Those will slide right in the front pouch, along with my weights. Up in this top section right here is where I'm gonna put my wacky tools. So I got here a couple spike it pens. You gotta have that. Maybe a little smelly jelly, some scent. There's a couple pouches inside here. I'll slide those in. Slide this in here. And that's in there, along with super glue. I gotta have super glue. I like to peg some things, so that's a must as well. So that's in there. As a co-angler, another thing you're gonna need is your call markers. Hanging right here. 3 fish limit. I'm bringing 4. That way, if I catch that 4th fish, I can just put a clip in it, throw it on the balance beam. My other fish already has a clip in it. That way the weights are even and you're not missing by ounces, and you have everything you need. You're organizing together and whatnot. I bring my own call beam. Most likely your boater has it. I don't rely on other people. I like to just rely on myself and know where I have everything I need. So I'll bring my own. And then I'll tuck them right in here. Put the bow balls in. Fits great. Put the beam in. And that compartment's all set. So we got our line, we got our hard cases, we got our tools, we got the weights, we got our mask, our glasses, we got our culling system, we got our wacky tools. some scent, and so far we're good to go. So this very top part, what I'm going to do in the top part is Bass sends you these when you get a membership. Bass is awesome enough to send you these bags. And for me, they work excellent. They have 2 compartments, the little zipper on in the front, and then the main one. I like to take it and put my soft plastics in these and keep those organized that way. They tuck in there perfectly, and it works for me. So what I'll do is I'll always, if I have 2 of these, so one of these will always be filled with just drop shot stuff. I do a lot of drop shotting. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I'll throw my dream shots in, my shad shapes, that'll be in there. Certainly my salmon sticks are in there, and my salmon shots are in there. Gotta have them. As well as my po' boy squealers, a couple Erie darters, and things like that. Those are gonna be in there. As well, you know, anything drop shot that I might think I need for the day, they're gonna be in there. They'll be in that main bag part. In the smaller zipper, little portion here, I'll take some bigger baits to drop shot, you know, maybe a gambler and things like that, and I'll tuck those in there. Then that's in that part. I'll zip it up, boom, drop shot, good to go for the day. In this next bag, this is where I'm gonna have, you know, my Texas rig style things, my craws, my, you know, this is an old bait that Sematis use, but it's a hog mattis, so I'll throw some of those in there. It's just a nice creature style bait that I like to throw. I still have a bunch of them. Like I'll throw a Havoc, you know, pit boss in there. Those will be in there. Something I can flip, something, you know, Texas, like I said, Texas style, some brush hogs, some things like that. So I'll throw those in there. Some extra tubes. Those will be in there. And in the front pouch here, this is where I'll stick my Senkos and things like that. I'll always have Senkos with me. Doesn't matter where I am. It works. It catches fish. You can't deny it. So it's always going to be in my bag. I don't care where I am, what time of year I'm fishing. I'll have a Senko in the bag somewhere. So that'll slide in here as well. So I got 2 bags full of soft plastics, and I still got a little bit of room left. Excellent. One must that I'll have with me as well is my mask. Gotta have my mask, especially as a co-angler. You spend a lot of time in boats that don't have a dual console. So I bought this mask for like 15 bucks on Amazon. Great purchase. Blocks the wind from my face, especially if it's cold, it's raining. You need that little bit extra protection. It's tough when you're running, trying to hold on and keep your face covered from getting pelted by rain or who knows on that day. So get a mask. You can get them cheap, affordable. Amazon's great for a lot of stuff like that. So I'll tuck that bag in, or that bag with my glasses in there, and I'm essentially good to go for the day. The one last thing I'll add to this is my life jacket. Again, for me, it's about being compact, efficient. So I've come up with a system for me that works, like I said. And I take this life jacket and I wrap it around the bag and I strap it right to it. Takes me a few seconds. 1 buckle there, 2 buckle there, and it's on there. Still works as a backpack for me. Life jacket's on. I'm cool, compact, and I'm ready to go as a co-angler for the day on the boat. You know, this bag, I've been in many different style boats: Skeeters, Phoenix, Nitros, Rangers, you name it. Fits in that storage compartment right behind your seat perfectly. You just tuck it in there. You actually lay it in there and twist it. So I just open my zippers, and I can get to all my hard cases. Excellent. It fits in those storage compartments perfect. Next thing is the you're going to have your rods. I'll show you a little trick that I like to use. So I'll grab, I don't know, say 4 rods. You guys get the idea. Well, this is basically baits I'd have tied up anyway. Couple top waters, Senko, tube. So I take my rods, I get my rods ready for the day. I'm doing one of two things when I carry my rods. I have two systems I like to use. I love these Tackle Warehouse straps. They're great. I use those a lot to keep all my rods together. They're excellent. And then I also use a spinning rod sock. And I'll show you what I do. I can get 6 or 7 rods together. Get all the tips together. And you just take this spinning rod sock and you slide it over your others. Slides down great. Boom. All your rods are together. Easy to carry for the day. The only flaw I see in this setup is I've lost so many rod socks to the lake over the years because the wind gets underneath the sock and it blows it off and it pushes it off. And those straps on the back of those boats don't necessarily cover the socks. So that's why I do like these straps. I'll take the smaller of the two straps and at least try to put it around the tip between a couple eyes, and it keeps everything together. So that's what works for me. That's what I do. Those are some tips and tricks. I won't bring a scale. I don't want to consume my time with weighing all my fish. I'm not really too worried about it. Let's worry about that at the end of the day and how much they weigh. That's why I have my beam. I'll always have my beam so I can keep the heavier of the fish for the day. Get rid of that other fish. And I'm not going to, some of those scales get a little finicky and it takes a little bit more time than I feel comfortable taking weighing on my fish. I'd rather be throwing that next cast. I feel like I can lose, whether it be 10 to 20 casts a day if I spend time worrying about the scale. So I'm not going to, it's just personal choice. Some guys do it, and that's great. Keeps their state of mind where they need to know, where their numbers need to be. No problem. If that works for you, perfect. Again, I appreciate you taking the time to check out the video. Hope to see you on the next one.